Hello and welcome to another watercolor tutorial. Today I'm going to take you through a nice simple floral painting. We are going to paint my favorite California poppies. Excited? Let's go.
While I prep my paper, I want to let you know that at the end of this video, I'm going to actually compare three types of mediums: watercolor, chalk pastel, and acrylic. You're not going to want to miss it because it's going to be a really interesting and thought-provoking little tidbit at the end. Okay, now you can see I am penciling in my poppy. Probably noticed that I haven't masked my paper down, and I'm obviously always telling you to mask down your paper, otherwise it buckles. But the reason I'm not doing it here is because I'm only going to be painting sort of in the middle of the paper, and it's not going to buckle because I'm not wetting the whole entire page, and that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so here I am just wetting the inside of the flowers so that the watercolor goes on with ease. Okay, so I'm going to go in with quite a deep orange, and you can see there how the water just takes the paint and runs. Don't you love it? I love that. I love watercolor because it just paints itself, really. So you're just putting, okay, there I'm putting in a bit of like a yellow, because obviously California poppies have got the most beautiful orange color. It's so difficult to get that color. I find it so difficult when I was painting in acrylic to get the right colors for these poppies. But with the watercolor, I found that it was much easier to get the beautiful tone of these California poppies. So there you can see I painted the top with yellow, and then going in on the bottom with a very much darker orange. I think I've even used like a slight red orange mix there, and just letting it blend and letting it run into each other, the paint. So I said in the beginning, I'm going to compare my acrylics to the chalk pastel to the watercolor, and I'm going to let you know what I think is the easiest, what I think looks the best, and I wonder if you're going to agree with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So do stay tuned to the end, where we're going to discuss this. Let's debate some art and techniques and mediums. Okay, so I'm going in there with the leaves. California poppies have very intricate little leaves, actually, like very busy, very busy. So I've done a little bit of an abstract-ish leaf, and yeah, going in with different tones of green, putting in a much darker green there at the base of the flower, where the stem meets the flower. Okay, more leaves. I actually hesitated to put the leaves in, and I thought, no, I mustn't be lazy. So yeah, but no, I can just do an abstract-ish leaf. That's the nice thing about watercolors. You can actually, you don't have to be precise. I mean, some watercolor artists are extremely precise. I am not one of those. But it's like you sort of get that effect anyway with watercolor, I find, and especially if you go in with ink over this, which I didn't do with this one. And as I was going back on another watercolor poppy I'd done years ago, I saw that I'd gone over it in ink, and I thought, actually, it really looks nice when you do like a sort of black ink overlay. But you'll see at the end, not on this one, but on the other one. And then we can debate together which looks the which looks like the best kind of poppy. Okay, you see it's not dark enough for me, so I'm going in with another layer of like red here, just to make the poppies pop. Corny. Thank goodness they're not cornflowers. or the puns would be revolting. And then I'm going in with a bit more yellow. Now you can see it's really starting to get that California poppy orange that I struggled to get when I was doing this in acrylic. And some more darker tones there to highlight the poppy. And just have fun with this part, you know, just let the paint do the work for you. You know, when you wet it and you just let it run, it actually looks more authentic. It starts just really looking like, you know, how petals look. Don't overthink it, don't overdo it. Yeah. Getting a little bit more definition here and there and here. And it's coming on, and I'm wetting it a bit, letting it run. I'm going in with those stamens. They actually have the same color stamen as the petal. A little bit more definition there on the stem. You can see it's starting to pop. Okay, Sherry, you've used that one too many times now. Can't help myself. Yeah, going in with a much deeper green there. Just a dab here and a little dab there, and it can make quite a difference. A little bit of darker definition there in the stems. And it's almost done. Almost time to review those 3 different mediums. I have to confess, I have these poppies in my garden that are so beautiful, but I very rarely actually paint them. So to be honest, this is only the second painting I've ever done on the California poppies. I normally paint the Iceland poppies, which you'll see in the end, but I've only painted one acrylic that I will show you as well as a comparison. There you go, it's finished. Finito. Right, so these are the 3 comparisons. The first one is a watercolor, and as I said before, it's a watercolor with ink. So ink, I've done sort of an outline in black ink there. And the second one is a chalk pastel, and the third one is the acrylic. And I have to tell you, when I was looking at this, obviously it's difficult to choose which one you prefer, like what looks the best. I think what looks the best is the chalk pastel, the middle one. The most difficult one to do was the acrylic one. Like I said, it was like so difficult to get that orange right. But on the basis of ease and outcome, I actually prefer the watercolor, the first one. For me personally, as an artist, it was easier to paint the watercolor, and I would say, yeah. But then my next favorite would be the chalk pastel, and then the acrylic. And it's just so interesting to me to discover that even I would choose acrylic last, although I pretty much only paint in acrylic. So I just wonder about that, and what's that about anyway? But what do you think? What do you like to paint in? Is it do you like acrylic? Do you like watercolor better? Do you use gouache perhaps? Or do you prefer using things like chalk pastel or alcohol markers? What do you prefer, and what do you think looks better out of these 3? Which is your favorite? What looks best? And yeah, let me know what medium you like working in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and do stay tuned for more tutorials. I bring out at least one a week. So yeah, subscribe. and I'd love to see you at the channel. Bye!